Yes, that's the difference. Now I see clearly.
I do like gold. Gold is my favorite color.
Yeah, these are silver. These ones.
Silver.
I like.
Yeah, I
I
can't
was
quite
stuck.
tell.
I was stuck in the shop. I was like, gold or silver, and I'm not a big fan of gold. I've got gold sunglasses, and it's just I'm not a big fan of them. So.
I was gonna try and go gold, and then all the pairs that I tried on, all the gold ones at least, made me look like I was wearing girls' glasses. And then these ones, they kind of just blend in a little bit, and I was like, yeah, let's go with them. It's my style.
My eyelashes are too big to wear glasses. I have to wear contacts.
Big eyelashes. That's a flex
Yeah.
for all the females out there.
It's annoying. Like you're trying to blink and you can just feel your eye like pull across your lens, and you're like, that's not comfortable.
I've had it before, and I'm not gonna lie. I get my buzz cutter out. I like what I shave my face with. I trim, and I just go across my eyelashes, so they don't flutter across.
I just had like a panic for you. That
I'm
gets me
not
so
lying.
much stress putting a buzzer by my eyes.
All right. Now that that's out in the world, good day, ladies and gentlemen. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Shit, there's double audio. Okay, hold up. Yeah, good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Christian 9K3G. I'll be the dungeon master for this here game of Dungeons and Dragons. Not beauty tips from Christian 9K3G. Announcements. Next week we'll be having an away time. We'll just basically skip next week and come back the week after. Well, assuming everything's alright a week after, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I don't think there was any other announcements. Okay, welcome back to the world of Ethicsia. Last time, you guys were stuck in this maze and presented with some different problems to overcome. Bravely just diving at this painful fire, Yasma grasped the crystal of sun forged, I think I called it, and attuned that with her massive warhammer, which is fully sick. I think you also grabbed the staff of Cone of Cold from the icicles, and simply walked up and grabbed the scroll of daylight, which actually got used and became helpful for you guys as you fought and survived a shambling mound that knocked multiple of you unconscious, some of you multiple times. Yeah, I was kind of scared for a moment there, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how scared you guys were, but fought and overcome.
I was scared when I was running out of spells.
Yeah, I definitely panicked for like a hot second
Yeah.
there. When you guys, like, when we were alternating back and forth, I was like, well, how long can Dalatash last? See how long this goes.
And then, making your way out of the moving maze, you guys met with this massive picture, or that's not a good enough word for it. Shit, I'm losing my mind. Fresco. There we go. That had moving tiles and depicted a few of the gods and some angels and some constellations that represent them. And after solving that, the doors unlocked down to where you are currently. The moss and grass growing up through the stones you stand upon, apart from Dalatash, who has wild-shaped into an alligator and dove into the water that was darkness, filled with this daylight. You see this, I was gonna say large, but Dalatash, when you turn into an alligator, you become large. And then when it comes up to you and it flares its fins, it looks gigantic. and that's where we're going to pick up. Unless I missed anything.
I don't
Alright.
think so.
I don't think so.
Recap.
Let's jump right in. Dalatash, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Wasting no time today.
Alright, you succeed. You feel the fear that was going to come over you wash away as you know that this creature is trying to intimidate you. Do we need to roll initiative? What do you want to do?
I'm just seeing. We need a rest. No, I'm swimming away.
Okay, you swim back to where you came and jump up out of the water. It follows, not as fast as you swim, but really kind of just like you feel this presence pushing you out of the water. You two see this massive fish follow Dalatash and then slowly, gracefully starts swimming around again and following its own path.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out and I'm gonna drop wild shape.
Alright.
What was down there?
It looks gigantic.
Yeah, very, very big, very big. Definitely don't have energy to fight that, so if we could avoid it, that would be great.
Can we
Sure.
avoid it? Was there any? Do we need to be down there?
I don't know, I just kind of ran away. Do you not see the size of it?
We know
Yeah.
it's huge.
Okay, so let's get into planning. We have no clue what this room is about. We have a giant fish that was hidden in darkness before. Now we can see it. With the daylight, can we see the corners of this room? Can we see all the way across the room?
Looking
Yeah, we.
so in the room that was lit before, you've looked around, there's some rubble on either sides of the kind of surface that you're standing upon with all the stonework, and before you there's this kind of like cove where the water goes down. Looking down into the water, now that that's lit up, the water is like crystal clear. You can see different rock formations kind of having this beautiful creature swimming around. Some of them bigger than others. Some of them look like they could be like, some of them as big as the creature itself. In the distance, on the other side of the room, or this cavern, you see like a bit of a like a cave entrance underwater. I don't know what else to call it. Like an exit that would lead into, you assume from here, Triplicity Lock.
Does it look anything like the swimming lady fish thing we saw previously in our travels?
Ladyfish thing? Sorry. Where was this?
Word is this?
The Lorelei.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you.
no,
The
no,
word
no,
is
no.
escaping me.
Yeah, no, she was always humanoid. This fish is like very large, blue scales, kind of a silvery face, red fins, and I don't know if you guys call them the same, but do you know like fighting fish?
Beta fish. Yeah.
Okay.
Chinese fighting fish. They're
Chinese-
like the little pets you get.
Sure. Imagine that, but like,
They're very colorful. The males are super dull, but the females are super like bright and colorful, and they get like super aggressive to each other. They're like a really common starter pet, at least over here.
yeah, something like that.
Oh.
Except-
Siamese fighting fish. I
Sure,
see,
sure.
yeah.
Something like that, except like way bigger and teeth.
We heard about the monster of Triplicity Lock. Maybe this is connected to Triplicity Lock. Maybe this is the kind of creature we heard about. Maybe
Could
this
be.
is what did they call it?
The
Something with A.
aboleth.
Aboleth?
Okay. How many of you, at the time at least, remembered or knew about aboleth? Because I don't
think
remember.
any. Yeah, I
Just
didn't.
you, Pax?
Just
No.
Pax.
Oh, I can't remember if Dalatash knew it. I remember it being brought up. I don't know if Dalatash knew it.
Yeah. So, looking at this creature, Pax, you don't see the similarities between this beautiful fish and what is described as a gross, grotesque aboleth.
It doesn't particularly fit very well. Teeth and being defensive, maybe a creature that protects its territory. Just... I'm confused.
And you said the cave that looks like an exit is in the water?
Yeah. So you figure this, this fish got in somehow, and it's like made this kind of area its home, like it's its lair. This fish probably has to eat, and would therefore have to go hunt, and it'd go out into Triplicity Lock that way.
Is
And
that
aside-
the only? Sorry, go on.
And
Mhm.
aside the way we came in, is that cavern the only way out that we can
That use of seen from your current perceptions and everything, yeah.
So,
You do remember
The
from
only way-
last time, I should just clarify this because it has been a week. There was in one of the tiles a cut in the ground and some small magical runes and like a magic circle even, but a lot smaller than any other magical circle you've seen.
the tiles?
Just on one of the tiles. So like one of the stones that you stand on, just in the general floor.
Does it look anything like the circles Guillotine draws when he teleports?
You've seen that once, and definitely on the smaller side.
Yeah.
Different in size, but if you want to go ahead and like investigate further, I'd probably say make it an Arcana check.
Yeah. I don't know anything.
Okay, I started clicking for magic stuff.
Configure settings.
So out on the water, you see floating still this unlit brazier that's still emanating light, and the water below has this spell. How long does that spell last?
Daylight.
Yeah.
An hour. I
An hour.
think.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
an hour. I checked.
Mhm.
I checked earlier, so
So, what is our plan?
We could light the brazier and see if the fish reacts at all.
Sure. How would we light the brazier?
Could throw a torch into it.
but if it's anything like the other brazier in the other temple, we have to do something to light the brazier before we.
We get this rune right here. I could try to identify it, maybe at least get some information, but it would take us 10 minutes of our time.
I mean, I'm not personally in any rush to get in the water with that thing, so take all the time you need, Pax.
Pax will sit down and start ritually casting Detect Magic. to
Okay, noted.
maybe get an information.
Mhm.
And he's just gonna say, maybe you can find out something while I'm doing that.
Is it a far wander back to those tiles? I can't quite remember.
Yes. Yeah, it is a good couple hours. Like scaling a mountain from the inside.
Are there any like markings or I don't know, for lack of a better word, like hieroglyphs or paintings or like anything in this chamber that kind of like depict what we could need to do?
Not really. No, nothing really giving hints here. While what's going through Yasma's head right now?
Um, she's not sure. She's very confused at what she needs to do right now, and she kind of feels
Like
for a lack of a
agitated?
letter, not agitated, but useless.
Okay.
Kind of. She knows she's not like the smartest cookie in the jar, so she's kind of like
Roll an
struggling to,
intelligence
like,
check
help.
for me. Oofed. Okay.
Yeah. She's not feeling very smart right now. She's kind of feeling. I mean, she's feeling really dumb between like everything that's been going on.
Dalatash.
So it's just looking for any physical sign.
What are you up to during this 10 minutes?
I was just thinking about the room at the top of the stairs and if we missed anything. I'm just going over what I remember of that room, trying to work out if I missed anything. If we missed anything.
Okay, so you spend a minute or two just like going over the previous moments and you're like, yes, I did check this, I did check that, and no, it's not really giving you any clues. But what do you want to do in here, in this room?
So there's the cave, yeah?
Mhm.
And then half the room's the water, isn't it?
Yeah.
With the fish, yeah.
Yeah, so like hundreds of feet, you see this fish just swimming in different patterns and moving around and
Are there any pebbles on the ground?
on the ground you're standing on or under the
Yeah.
water? Okay.
On the ground I'm standing on, just like little rocks.
There's like rubble. You could find
Can I
a
just like grab a
pebble
handful
looking.
and toss it into the water, just kind of see how the fish reacts?
Yeah, for sure. Okay. The fish. How close do you throw it towards where the fish is? Or
Like, not like overhand, just like a toss, just to kind of see if it freaks out or if it's
It's
pretty
it's a
passive.
big area. If you throw some rubble in, I'd say it's like in the far corner at the time, and it doesn't seem to notice. The rocks hit the water's surface and splash a little bit, sink down to the bottom, and the fish just goes about its route.
I would like
To rage.
walk on the
No.
water using my ring of water resistance.
Yeah, sure.
And just kind of like see if I can see anything.
Are you trying to be stealthy about this?
Heck yes, I am.
Alright,
To
roll
the
me that
point where
stealth
I
check.
am going to use my single casting of Pass Without a Trace.
I think you've used that already.
Not since my long rest.
Oh, because you rested at the fountain. No, wait, was that a long rest or a short rest?
I was just short.
It was a short rest.
I haven't
Pass-
used it since.
Yeah, she used it when we were
In the maze.
working with the bandits. So since
Yeah,
then, Yas
I
didn't
haven't
use it,
used it.
so we
No?
should be fine.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
what
she didn't
for?
use it in the maze.
did she use it in the maze?
No, she didn't.
She didn't. Okay,
No.
my apologies. I trust you guys to take care of that as well. So go ahead and use that.
26.
26. Oh, this is not even possible. Fish doesn't seem to notice you. As long as you stay like out of its like
Line of sight.
line of sight and the direction it's moving, you can definitely stay hidden. Go ahead and roll. You said you were looking in the water, so perception.
Just in the water, yeah. And then I'm gonna look at the brazier as well, see if there's any markings or anything on it.
Okay, yeah, nothing on the brazier. As you get close to it, the fish like curves around and you use it to kind of hide behind, and you just like barefoot peter pattering on the water, and it feels like stone. Perception check 13. Looking down into the water, you see all kinds of pebbles and rocks of different sizes, and you think to yourself, like, one of those has got to be able to fit into the crevice of this on the tiles that Pax is currently about to detect magic for. While you're doing that, Pax, you manage to ritually cast detect magic, and you get evocation magic, I believe.
So those runes appear to be.
Yeah.
These runes appear to be of evocation magic. Any idea of the power level of those runes?
Yes. It is very powerful. This red light shines as bright as the staff that you found, the crystal on Yasma's hammer, and yeah, it is very powerful.
Pax would share that information?
And at the same time, Yas would tiptoe back over and tell them, so I'm like looking around the water, right? And some of them are like very peculiarly shaped, almost like they need to go in those tiles.
Could you bring us some?
I can try. I'll have to be very, very careful with that fish, but I'm sure I can pull it off.
How long does
Could be
pass without a trace last?
10 minutes?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I thought it was longer, but that's what I'm asking.
Of course, my copy on my spell sheet says for the duration. One action. To the Google.
Yeah, I can just Google it if you want. You got it? I'd say that Yasma, you spent about like half the time Pax was using his magic to ritually cast.
1 hour.
Okay, yeah. So you got a bit of time left on it. Pax, you also see the magic lighting up from the point in space where this daylight has been cast, just out underneath the water, but also the exact same presence, the exact same magic from the brazier itself, creating that light.
You would share that information? Well, I'm kind of confused.
Sorry, just for my mind, is the brazier underwater?
No, it's currently floating on top.
Okay, yeah.
We might just have to light the brazier.
Well, do you think it's safe to rest?
In here?
Yeah.
I have no clue.
I mean, we're all pretty exhausted. If we take turns keeping watch, I can swim down in the morning. Or
Well, I
after
can-
we sleep.
In the morning, I can make it so we can breathe underwater as well. So, or even walk on the water.
So we try to get a rest in?
I think that's our best play.
Yeah,
Light
we
a
just
fire, sleep in the corner, farthest corner away from that water.
The only
Does-
thing is the light will go out.
There's like a left and a right to this kind of platform that you're standing on. Which way would you want to go?
Probably.
Which side of the stairs that we came down?
Just straight down, kind of like having to turn every now and then.
No, I mean, which side of the room? Is it like in the middle of the back wall? Is it to the left?
Oh
or
yeah,
the
yeah,
right?
yeah. So the stairs you came down right at this point are central. So you'd have to like pick the left or right kind of thing.
Was there a... Never mind.
No door.
Okay. I might need some visualization, nothing too fancy,
No,
but
you're
can
right.
we, if we think about a room like this,
Uh-huh.
where are we currently?
So stairs are about here.
Stairs
The
are here.
water-
Sure.
The water goes like across the middle like this. And you guys
In a
are
line?
Yeah, like a straight line, and then that's where the water comes. You guys are standing
Yes.
about here, looking at this sigil. At this magical.
Stitches right here.
Yeah, and then out here,
Brazier.
that's where the brazier's going to be on top of the water. And then you've got
Oh,
like these.
so water will be everywhere here.
Yeah. That's what I
Like
mean. Like
this,
water's
so-
50-50 with the. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't get a map in time for you guys.
No
We
worries.
could
We can
sleep just
make
far
our
off
own
to
map.
the side,
Just
like
Yeah.
just like in the little nook in the corner.
sure, but we won't be able to see anything underwater then.
I can cast daylight, but I don't think it'll be as powerful.
I can also
Does-
cast it tomorrow.
Percy used to do this spell, dancing lights or something. Do you guys know? I mean, we
I
have
don't-
his spell book.
I don't think it's as powerful as daylight is, because daylight emanates like sunlight.
I was just thinking we could take it underwater with us, though.
Maybe.
They float.
I can give us a little bit of a light source underwater. If you
I
want to
can
rest.
I can just cast daylight again tomorrow.
Yeah.
And
I can
hope
assist
it's
you with that.
strong enough.
So we want to find out, or do we want to do anything before we rest? While we
I
have the
can-
daylight.
I can try and swim down there now. I don't mind if we want to do that while we have the good light.
Yeah, we can do. Just-
But the fish might hurt you, and we won't be prepared to help you in any way.
I've got maybe one spell left and a potion. That's
then.
pretty much all I can do.
Do you actually have spells left?
Yeah, I have 1/3 all left.
Pax doesn't have a single spell slot.
Like I said, I started to panic when I was running out of spells.
You still have spells though. That's what I'm saying.
Spell singular.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Sure.
Well, I mean, if I feel like I'm panicking, I can come back up. But it's really up to you guys. You guys are a little more rational than I am. I'm just like a get in, get it done type of gal.
I think Dalatus has had quite a good gut. What's your instinct?
I mean, the thought is that if we rest tomorrow, we can just kill the fish.
Oh, I'm
Or-
sure we can't. Look at it, it's huge.
Or distract it long enough then for one of us to get what we need.
Good. So we
The-
rest.
The issue is light.
Yes,
This-
we will try it with the daylight tomorrow. But let's try to figure out the puzzle anyway. What are we trying to accomplish with our stronger power? If we can't kill the fish, and I'm quite sure we can't. What would we actually need to do? We could light the brazier. We could try to interact with those sigils right here.
I don't think we can light the brazier though.
There's like little stones that look like they fit in the holes on the sigil and stuff. Like they,
On
they
this
fit
sigil?
like on the tiles. I'm not sure what Christian was referencing, but
Yeah. So it's like you're standing on multiple tiles of just stone where between the cracks this moss and grass is growing up from. On one of those tiles is this tiny like cutout where a stone could fit or something, and then the magic circle and runes.
And those stones appear to be underwater,
yeah.
somewhere here.
When
Or
I was
fitted.
walking
that's-
on the when I was walking
that's
on the
what-
water, that's what I saw.
That's what that's what Yasma, god damn, I was about to call her Pasma, like Pax, and anyway, that's what she
We
got
share
from
a
the
collective
perception
brain
check.
cell, the three of us. So
Okay, okay. So I think we might just have to risk taking the long rest and hope that our daylight can give us enough light tomorrow.
My gut says trying and think tonight is not wise.
Yeah, so we
I want
Wait
to
for
agree
tomorrow.
with you guys. I really do, but I'm like something is telling me to try now and come back if I can't do it. Like
Okay, let's try
I
that.
can't explain it. I feel like I could grab it, but I don't want to do something stupid like I normally do.
well, I couldn't stop you if you think it's the right thing. Who am I to say it's not? I just won't be able to help you as much as I usually could. But I could give you a blessing at least.
I love those from you. They're the best. No one does them like you do.
Gets his book out, starts flipping. Life is short, and life is beautiful. Every moment that is part of life. Beauty, danger, food, and drink. Light and shadow, day and night. Everything is part of life, as well as death is. Let's make every moment count. Thank you, God of life and God of death, for giving us this much time. Rex closes down his book, casts guidance on Yasma. If you want to try, I can try to help.
Yas would tiptoe back onto the water with her ring. Does one of the spots
Make
under the water
A
look
perception check.
better than the other?
I want you to make a perception check for multiple things here, so we'll just call it a general collective.
Sorry, on our little map thing
Mhm.
here, whereabouts is Yasma stood right now in the water part?
Which is not on the water yet.
Okay.
A 13. Yeah, they all just kind of look like rocks from here. But you're watching the fish and the timing because you don't want to be seen, right? So imagine it like a figure eight going around and coming back. At what point do you want to try and go in and where?
I would go in as soon as its head turns away from me,
To
and I would try
the left or the right?
the left, the right, and
The
I would
right.
try to swim in its same path, staying behind its head.
Okay, so as it goes round to the right and away from you, You want to go down into that part of the water, grab a handful of rocks, and come back up.
I want to look and see if any of those rocks
Sure.
look nice, like they stands out more.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm not going to make you roll stealth again. We'll use the same roll. You go down, and it is quite a swim, quite a deep cave here. What's your swim speed?
Non-existent.
Okay, do you do anything? Do you take anything to help you go down, like your hammer, or?
No, I wouldn't have brought any of my stuff. I'm not going to try to sink myself. That'll just be a nuisance if I try to get back up in a rush.
Alright. It takes you a moment to try and get down, and you see the massive fish circle back around and head away from you. You get to the bottom. None of the rocks look interesting or unique and different or stand out in any way.
I would just grab like a handful of pebbles then and slowly start swimming back up.
Alright. As you start swimming back up, the creature comes back around, sees you, and tries to rush you. You make it up in time. Your friends helping you, pulling you out as the fish comes close to your feet. And you feel safe.
Okay, so here's some rocks, guys. And she's like panting.
Whew, that was close. You could have
Yeah.
hurt yourself. Anything special about those rocks? Can we use them to
None of
finish
them
the...
stood out. I mean, I couldn't see anything that looks special. I just grabbed a handful and maybe one of these fits in the hole. It was weird.
We can try. Pax picks up those pebbles and goes over to the sigil. Takes a look at the sigil, takes a look at the rocks or pebbles. Tries to figure it out in any way.
All of the pebbles and rocks are slightly too small and don't quite fit the shape. Unfortunately, these don't seem like what you're looking for.
Right, I have some mechanical questions.
Mm-hmm.
Christian. How deep is the water? Would we know that, considering two of us have now been to the bottom-ish?
Yeah, Yasma's got a fairly good breathing time. She wasn't stressed or anything. But with her swim speed being non-existent, it took her a while to get to the bottom and come back up. It's like 100 feet down, maybe?
Oh, so she's deep.
It's deep. But it is clear as day.
Okay, my other question isn't for Christian, it's for Yas. Do you still have your detect magic thing available, or did you use it?
They're long rests, so I could do it in the morning. That was my thought too, but then I realized by the time I was down there, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, okay.
So in the morning, I could go back down and try
In the morning,
again.
we can all go down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's rest. I think the risk is too large right now for the slim chance of reward.
Okay, sure. I was just thinking about this rune here. It's evocation. The only evocation spell that I know, besides sending the message one, is daylight. And a spiritual weapon, but can cure wounds.
Yes, all my healing magic is evocation, and I have some other evocation spells as well.
Maybe daylight has to get cast centered on the brazier.
Maybe.
Pax, you probably feel like that would just do what it's already doing. So probably not.
Maybe I'm just wrong about that. Okay, let's get a night's worth of sleep and try to find out more in the morning.
Wait, I can try something. I just realized. Okay, I'm gonna try this, and if this doesn't work, then we'll try in the morning. I'm going to ritual cast detect magic,
Okay.
and then
While you're ritual casting detect magic, Yasma and Pax, how are you guys trying to set up with this daylight emanating in the room for sleep?
Rolling out the bedrolls,
Setting a
yeah.
fire.
setting a fire apparently.
Do you
and
have wood?
Nope.
I have hay for butterscotch apparently. No, I don't.
No, that'd be
In
with the
my
horses.
inventory it is. Okay, so I guess we're not setting a fire, even though that bit us in the ass the last time we didn't do that. We'll just hope for the best.
We can
Alright.
light torches.
You
One
can light
after
torches.
another.
Yep.
And have some food. Roll out bedrolls. Get as comfy as possible. I don't know.
Alright.
Probably.
It's bright out. Go ahead and finish casting detect magic as they do all this. Alatash, what else did you have on your list of things?
I'm gonna wild shape. Wild detect magic's active into the alligator, and I'm gonna swim down to where Yasma swam down. See if I detect anything magical at the bottom.
Alright. Same spot Yasma went, watching for the same timing. You managed to get down and up a lot quicker. And
I want to stay on the bottom if I don't detect anything, because I want to swim around.
Okay, well, at the same point, you get down. The massive fish is still doing his rounds because you're a lot faster at swimming. So I'll say you got a little bit of time. Where do you want to head from here?
Does my detect magic detect anything?
You didn't roll a stealth check, so let's just get you to do that as the alligator.
Yeah, I just transformed. Stealth.
Alright.
Huh.
I will roll a perception just to be sure. Even though I could use his passive. He is actively looking. It is meets it, beats it, right? So
Usually, yes.
yeah.
It depends on which way around you do it, yeah. But
So
in terms of the check.
So who is meeting? This
Yeah,
is
that's what I mean.
frustrating DM stuff. Because you're the player, right? So you're supposed to. Oh god. Because it's AC. Yeah. We'll just say you stealth. I'll just give it to you. You can have it. Why not? It's so close. I'm just like semantics. So where are you going, Dalatash? As an alligator, feeling not so stealthy, but he hasn't seen you yet.
Mechanical question for DMs.
Okay.
Do I get my magical item effects while wild shapes?
What magical item?
The Cloak of Elven.
It's an action to pull the hood up, and I'd say you don't even have it on. It
Okay,
forms
fair enough.
with you.
Yeah, fair enough. Just trying to see if I could sneak the advantage.
Advantage on what?
Stealth.
Oh, I've already said you're stealthed. So, what do you want to do?
I just want to swim around, like, not like at a distance from the fish, so it doesn't recognize me. But I want to see if with detect magic I detect the missing piece for the. See if the missing piece is giving off any magical effects.
All right. How much time do you want to put into that? The full 10 minutes for detect magic?
Yeah. And then that leaves us with about 10 minutes left on daylight before it runs out.
Give or take conversation times. I will say roll a perception check as the alligator. I think you can still use, because druids use their mental stats.
Yeah, I still use my mental stats.
Fucking top notch, mate. Fully sick, never below 20 with you. Alright. Okay, so here's what happens. You slowly trying to follow some sort of a path, staying out of view, come to a point where evocation magic is all encompassing with this daylight that's emanating underneath the water. The daylight runs out and you are in pitch darkness. Fear ensues. And one rock, maybe 20 feet away, shines evocation magic. What do you do?
Feet. It's 100 feet down. Sorry, I'm just thinking this through. What's my swim speed?
Like 50 or something? I can't remember.
30 with navigator.
Okay. Is it 50
How
as an
far-
elk for running?
It's 50 as an elk.
Okay.
Yeah. How far away was the fish before the light went out?
You were trying to keep away from it, but you couldn't really go like opposite ends the whole time because of the track that it was taking. So I'd say it's probably 30 feet away.
How far away is the stone again?
Like
The
20 feet?
evocation, like, is it the same direction as the fish?
No, they're kind of off. Because you haven't been like trying to butt heads with him. You've been trying to avoid him. So currently he's kind of floating like as if he was going to come towards you. And then his trail turns off to the right. Your right. I'd say east if we had a map.
Is it 2 aheads or 1 aheads?
I think we were just doing like 1 is bad. Because it's 2 and 1. But there's no like good or bad in this instance, so so
Can
what
I
are you
flip
doing?
an actual coin that gives me a heads or tails?
I don't think so. I don't know why, but it's just the way it's set up. Roll a d4 and say low is bad or low is go for it or whatever. Just say it out loud.
Yeah, okay, I swim to the surface.
Okay, you swim to the surface.
Mm-hmm. I got the same result twice in a row, so swimming to the surface.
All right. You breach the water, and yeah, you feel safe again. You take a moment to breathe as an alligator. You blink your eyes,
Yeah, I'll transform back as well.
and then you drop wild shape.
Yep.
What did you see?
The magical darkness is only in the water, isn't it? I can still see stuff on land.
Yeah. The magical darkness now, just like the surface of the water down, doesn't even look like water anymore. Looks like sludge or something gross.
I I saw something producing evocation magic down there. It's it could be
So-
the missing piece to the puzzle, but right as I found it, the lights went out, and I didn't want to stay in the water not knowing.
And you could only see it because the lights were out?
Is that the impression I got from that? Or is it I just kind of got there as the lights went out?
You feel like the daylight helps you see real stuff, but the daylight also kind of masks the magic that you're trying to sense. So it's a bit of like a juggling game that you could possibly make.
The daylight spell definitely makes it harder to see it. It's definitely down there though, so seems to be the missing piece to the puzzle. Let's rest and discuss this in the morning maybe, when we're not so tired.
Sure.
I'm always down for a nap.
I can take first watch if you would like to rest first.
I'll take second watch.
Yeah, I'll take third.
Okay. Go ahead and just everyone make your rolls. Don't take the long rest just yet. So first was Pax. The 12 for perception. Yasma rocking an 18, and Dalatash never below 20. Alright, I don't know why that's so funny. It's terrible. Okay, Pax, anything you're doing in particular while taking this watch?
Walking around a little bit on the solid area. Lighting a torch in an opposite corner of the room.
Okay, roll No, I'll just give it to you. You see past this kind of like random rock and rubble fallen from the cave ceiling. There's a room back there.
Oh. Taking a glimpse into it.
It's like the light shines for a moment and it goes through the rock and you're like, hold up. That's weird.
Taking a step into the room.
It
Slowly.
is like caved up. There's rocks
Caved
all.
up.
Yeah. If you wanted to enter, you could pull some rocks apart.
Yeah. He will make a mental note and tell tell Yasma when he wakes her up. But he wouldn't be strong enough to do it himself, so he'll wait for Yasma in the morning.
Okay.
Just
At some point during this watch, you've walked around a little bit. You sit down and try to relax some more. You open your book and you see in the back, addressed to you in Celestial, blessings. And you see these interesting birds with crowns and musical notes all around them, and it's just a lovely drawing.
Oh. Thank you. I never thought that you would send me something like that. Soon, I expect. Goddess of beauty and music, your temple here? Taking a closer look, maybe analyzing it, maybe trying to understand the musical notes, pulling out his harp,
Yeah, okay.
trying to
Roll-
play them in the most terrible way.
Roll a performance check with disadvantage because it still hasn't been tuned.
That's the first. That's
Yeah.
the second.
So,
A
yeah.
6.
6. It's not great. You're like, I haven't read music in a year. I think that's the right note, but I can't even hear it properly. You make sounds. And Yasma, you wake up to it.
What the fuck is that noise?
Oh,
Her eyes like
it's-
still asleep, and she's like laying on her back. She's just like,
sorry, I
What?
haven't practiced in a while, and I should probably give this a tune. But I found birds and music and beauty.
there's birds in here.
Well, in my book.
Oh,
Do you show
can I
her?
see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
That's
a
okay.
little bit private.
Diaries are cool. One day I'll keep one. I tried that once, and then never mind. You know what? Story for another time. Go get some sleep while you can.
Yeah, just a minute. Trying to make out the kinds of birds, like singing birds, I suppose.
Yeah, kind of like I guess ravens.
Ravens. Okay.
I was gonna say crows, but they're a lot more majestic. Crows are kind of like
Mockingjays?
in your face kind of thing.
They're so pretty.
I don't know that one. I'm sorry.
So we have birds wearing crowns, singing music, musical notes. Well,
Yep. And just one word. Blessings.
blessings. Pax will loudly say blessings. Speak a quick prayer, first to Kalamvo, then to Sun, thanking for the beauty of life and the beauty in death. And we'll try to get some rest.
Okay. You said you'd tell Yasma about the rocks, so we'll say you did that. You go to try and get some rest. Yasma, with your perception, you light your torch. You see these rocks do, in fact, lead somewhere. And looking behind you at the rocks you kind of like put up against, you feel like maybe there's rocks back there too that lead somewhere. It's hard to see. What are you
So wait,
doing?
the ones that we're against also lead somewhere?
Just a feeling you have, just an inkling.
Okay, I'll start by going over the ones Pax mentioned because I'm gonna try not to disturb the sleeping people.
Sure.
And I'm gonna try to shuffle enough rocks around that I can slip through them.
Okay. I'm not going to make you roll for it. I'll say it's fine. But you are trying to be careful and not trying to be loud. Roll a dexterity check. Some rocks fumble and crash, and you guys wake up slightly and try and get some rest as the daylight blinds you. Yasma, you open up this room and you can see inside with your torch a statue. A statue you've seen before. Kellenvor.
I would saunter back to where everybody's sleeping
Mhm.
and try to see if I could look through the rocks, see if there is actually something.
Yeah, there's no open spots here. You shine the light in different angles. You can't see through it all.
Is there anything else over there? Is it just a statue?
Do you want to walk inside the room?
I do.
Okay. You walk inside. You look on the sides of the walls behind the statue on that wall. there's a couple of fallen braziers, not massive and huge, more like candelabra, that's the word I was thinking of, that have just fallen, and candles just burnt out on the floor, not lit anymore. The statue seems to be the only thing in here.
Can I try to fix the fallen candelabras and just like reset them up?
Yeah, sure. You do a great job too. And taking a step back, looking at what you've accomplished, you just feel a little bit warmer inside, like you've done something good in the world.
I'd also like to light all the candles again, if they're still lightable.
Yeah, so as part of that, yeah. I thought you
And
meant
then
that the first time.
Oh, yeah, no. I was just gonna arrange them and then determine if lighting them was a bad idea or not. But,
Okay.
I think that's it. That's all we're gonna do. Just,
Alright. You try and go back to sleep after waking up Daltash?
Yeah, I would tell him about the room if he wants to take a gander, and then I'd go to sleep.
Daltash, you wake up and with your nat 20, well, not nat 20.
It was dirty.
Unnatural, dirty, yeah. My bad. I'm just so used to saying nat 20 for you.
It's not that often.
It's so often, dude. It's like every game, I swear. Okay, you don't feel like anything else is to be perceived. Your watch goes undisturbed, but you take a moment at least to go look at this statue of Kelemvor. You all get a long rest and the benefits of it, except you take a point of exhaustion, as it was difficult to sleep, interrupted, and yeah, just not a good time. As you guys slowly wake up, breakfast for rations for breakfast, looking at the rubble behind you that you guys slept behind or near, you do think that could lead somewhere, to another room potentially, but there's also the pressing matter of trying to complete this Temple of Soon.
Sorry, just sorting spells out.
I love playing a caster until I have to sort spells out.
Yeah, I didn't do them while we were sleeping because I was taking last watch and you said don't take the rest yet, so I was like,
That's fair.
Less restoration. I should take.
Wait guys, guess what I just realized?
What?
I forgot to click record, so I get to download this later. Sick.
Nice.
Yasma, are you just chugging on 2 different coffees? What's going on over there? Tell me.
I've got 3 drinks going.
3?
I've
I
got
need all
lemon
the
water.
Yeah.
I've got a cup of tea.
Uh-huh.
And I've got Malibu and pineapple juice.
Wait, what?
No, that's they're all fine drinks, I think, by themselves,
Covering my
but
bases.
mixing them all, it's unheard of.
So water, I just need to be more hydrated. I'm a thirsty
Mhm.
bitch. I don't drink enough water.
Yeah.
Tea, I mean, I love a good cup of tea.
It's not nighttime, it's afternoon where you are, isn't it?
Yeah, and I'm also resistant to caffeine at this point in my life.
Oh,
I've worked for a
Yeah,
coffee
yeah,
company for
Starbucks.
10 years. I'm not going anywhere.
not sponsored.
And we
feel
have this. I get like box. This is gonna sound really cool. I get boxes of free booze delivered to my door a lot.
Wait, that's
different
so cool. Why?
Yeah,
How do I
because I
do that?
review them.
Oh,
I don't know
sure.
if I review them for like blogs and stuff. So I just got a box of Malibu delivered with this cute squishy little cup and some pineapple juice. I was like, well, I gotta drink. I got nothing better to do today.
All right. Do you guys still need this template of the map?
Yes.
Yeah, just so
Alright,
we're
that's
done
fine.
with the room.
Sure.
It just helps.
So what are you guys doing as
structuring.
morning comes up?
Pax would question for the others how their watches
Oh.
went.
Yeah, before we do all that, which side of the room was the Carnival Temple on? Was it?
I assume the opposite side.
Okay. Great. Just wanted. Oh, you marked it already. Cool.
So have you checked out the stones yet? Shall we push them to the side, see what's behind them?
Oh, the rocks. Yeah. There's a statue of your god over there, like the one we saw in the first temple. He had some candelabras that were busted, but I put them back together.
Yeah, as soon as she mentions that morning prayer over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very fair, very fair. Roll a wisdom check.
Should be a disadvantage because I'm exhausted, but I'm not sure how to put it. Just
Fine.
6.
Yeah. You think it's morning, and you do your prayers as part of your waking up ritual, and you feel good about doing it with a full-on statue that you assume has been put here by some sort of importance. Nothing interesting happens. Yeah.
Pax will head back to the others. Quick breakfast. So, yes, ma'am. Well, just eating. You told us there's more rocks in this wall. Should we try to clear them?
I just have a feeling that it's gonna be symmetrical. Everything we've done is symmetrical, so if there's something on one side, there's probably something on the other side.
Yes, that
Yeah.
also matches the other temple. If you remember correctly, the brazier had 2 rooms on either side of it. I can't remember whether it's the same room or not, but there were 2 rooms
Yeah.
on either side. That one had Soon and who was it? It was
Bahamut?
was it? I don't know.
Your character
Should have been.
knows.
Yeah, I'm looking at my notes now. I wrote it down.
It's Bahamut, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bahamut. Yeah.
So I thought you were playing character confused. I was like,
No, I was
Yeah.
I was stalling to look through my notes.
No, you're good. We got
Session
this.
12 that was, guys.
Wow, it's been a minute.
That was
Yeah.
literally half a campaign ago.
Pax will start pushing pebbles and trying to carry some stones.
Yes, but start taking the bigger rocks and moving
Okay.
them out of the way.
Yasma, roll a athletics check, and then I'll say Dalatash investigation.
Remind me for the 1 billionth time.
Mhm.
Alt is disadvantage.
Control disadvantage. It might be set up on your character sheet properly if you guys actually have the condition assigned to
I
you.
couldn't add it. I don't have the
Yeah.
bar.
We
Okay.
can only do it if we have a token on screen.
Oh,
Because
okay,
the character
okay,
sheet
yeah.
won't allow it.
Sure. My bad. That's what I get for showing you guys this this map again on Find
You
Confederacy.
could just throw our tokens down in like the top or bottom corner.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Did you roll with disadvantage? Just roll again, Dalatash. Yasma, actually not doing too bad. You moving rocks. What did I say about nat 20s, dude? What did I fucking say? I told you.
It's on disadvantage. It's fine. It doesn't matter. It's on disadvantage.
All right,
Still
yeah.
happens.
It doesn't count. It doesn't count. That's right. Okay, so 18 for both of you on the dot. With disadvantage. That's crazy. Yasma, you're pulling rocks and you're breaking a sweat out, but you're not really sure how much further this goes. Dalatash, you're looking at what she's doing and you think that this cave-in or this rockfall is the entire room and you won't be able to get in there unless you just keep digging.
We could beat this all day. It looks like the rockfall has filled the room.
Oh god.
Not ideal. I would have liked to. Yeah.
It's like I think, actually, let me just double check this shit. You guys roleplay, I was cutting in.
Yeah. I don't think we're gonna get anywhere easily or quickly here. Pax, did you connect with Gilladine yet?
He's away.
Pax went
is
for
he?
a walk. He
Oh, I
doesn't
don't-
want to help with
I didn't
our
have Discord
rocks.
open. I was looking at notes. Sorry. If I had Discord open, I would have seen. Yep. Cool. Just gonna leave that
It's-
one floating in the air.
Nah, it's alright. Daltash, with your investigation, you remember the other room being like 50 feet? And you guys aren't even at the doorway yet.
You keep giving me puzzles that I have spells for, but I don't have prepared.
You just prepared your spells. What do you want from?
Yeah, I know, but not your fault. It's as much my fault. Right. Anyway, yeah, I don't think we're gonna get through here. We could keep at it for another minute. But I think we could be here all day, if not longer.
So, let's think back. We get this
Did
one.
you message
Yep.
Gilladine yet?
I didn't. I'm unsure of the time, to be honest. I could spend a quite considerable amount of my magic to contact him.
What about the stones?
I am unaware what time it is. Could be morning, could be night. We have no daylight.
True.
We spent time in a maze. I lost contact to day and night.
True. Okay, never mind. I just thought maybe he could give us some information, but
I
Let's
can
carry on.
contact him if needed. But let's think for a moment. We got this special rock that is only visible in, well, whilst the water is dark. We got the fish, and we need daylight to track the creature. Let's work together. I can try to give you light to see the pattern the fish is moving in. You can wild shape into anything you're comfortable with within this application. And as soon as you understand the pattern and know the direction you want to go, I can turn off daylight. And we can have a mind blink, and you can tell me when I should light you up again.
yes. I can also cast the spell, so once I find it, I can. Oh no, I can't cast while wild shaped.
Can't cast while
yes.
wild shaped. Also, how
Can't
does the
mind link while
mind
wild-shaped.
link? Yeah, okay.
We ruled it in the past that I can't communicate while wild shaped with my
Right.
link.
Because I don't think you have language, right?
I don't
You
know.
keep all
I'm-
your mental capacities as
Yeah.
a
In the
druid that
past,
wild
though,
shapes.
in the past we ruled it that I can't mind link while wild shaped.
Sure.
Because I've tried it before, and I remember that being the ruling.
So, we can't communicate, but anything else than that we could try.
We could have hand signals.
With a crocodile?
Touche. Touche. We can have tail signals with a crocodile.
So you won't be able
You
to
don't have
see me
tail.
because I'll be in the water,
so-
which will look like sludge.
You'll be on your own as soon as I turn off the light.
Well, the other option is we can all go down there. I can ritual cast water breathing and water walk, and we can stay together possibly.
Well,
Is
Safety in numbers.
is water walk the one where you can't go under the water and you have to be on top? If you're in
It's your
water,
ruling.
if you're in
Water
water,
walk
you
is-
shoot up.
Well, it's not specific. It's not specified like
Specific?
that. It's
Okay.
just the Matt Mercer interpretation of it. It's
No,
probably
it's,
your
it's
ruling.
written. It's written in the spell. If you target,
Is it?
If you target a creature submerged in a liquid, the spell carries the target to the surface of the liquid at a rate of 60 feet per round.
Oh, my bad. I totally misunderstood that one.
All good.
Yeah, it's literally the last line on the spell. So maybe
Big
not
text as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Maybe not ritual cast water walking, but I can make us breathe, and then worst comes to
Will be
worst.
slow. I think speed should be our main focus. I can give you light.
Oh yeah, let's try it then. I'll walk to the edge and I'll wild shape into the alligator.
Okay.
Pax will cast daylight
hmm
in the area they discussed before.
Casting daylight. The darkness persists, and you can feel your spell there, but it has no effect.
Yeah, you gotta do this in darkness, man.
Yeah. See, you tried to cast daylight. I'm just gonna go in the water. Wait, no, I'm not. Oh no, I screwed up. I screwed
He
up.
also, like, he can say that to you. He can say, you gotta do this in darkness. He's already tried casting.
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
thinking about my other screw up.
What was your other
Oh
screw up?
no.
I forgot to cast detect magic.
Okay.
I can go.
Yeah,
It's
so
fine.
how many wild shapes do you get today?
Two per day. We got one
Right.
shot at this, guys.
So you unwild shape and you're like, whoops. And
Do
then-
you want me to try? And if I fail, you can go back down. That way, in case you need your wild shape, you can still have it.
No, it's up to you. I
He's
don't mind.
swimming much faster.
I move
It's
a lot
a
faster. It
good
makes
offer.
more sense.
Just
Do it
don't
this
swim
way.
so fast that you make a reckless mistake and get caught. Fast isn't always the best option. It's that thing. If you're swimming too fast, you might draw its attention.
Yes,
Dalatash,
I'll be
are
careful.
you casting or are you ritual casting?
Ritual casting, because this could go tits up.
Sure, you start setting up a ritual for 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Crying myself to sleep. Tonight,
Cries
right?
into its incantation.
Yeah. Just
Everyone frustrated, exhausted, paces and tries to be patient. You cast Detect Magic. Wild Shape again.
Mm-hmm.
You head down into the depths. Somewhere off to the, you assume, northwest. Similar to where you've seen it before. Roll a stealth check if you're being stealthy.
I am, and I'm rolling off the alligators.
And with disadvantage, because you're exhausted.
Should be, if it's total darkness, he should be heavily obscured. So straight.
That would be
It
advantage.
depends.
Oh, it depends on the senses of the creature you're hiding from, doesn't it, too?
Yeah.
Well, unless it has tremor sense.
Is Tremor Sense for the Earth, though?
Well, there isn't that. There's
I don't
true
know.
sight. There's
Yeah.
only true sight and tremor sight that can see through total darkness.
There's also like
Anything
the
else?
Devil's Side or something like that, but
That's for like warlocks and stuff.
yeah.
And Devil's Sight couldn't pass through that one because daylight can't destroy it. So it's magic. I don't know. You're ruling.
Magic
19.
goes in weird ways. That was
It's
with
a 19, not a
advantage.
20. Yeah, the other roll's lower, and it's 19. It's a 16 plus
Oh,
3.
wait, what? Oh, so you rolled 16 and 18,
Yeah,
and it's... Okay. Sure.
so it's
I'm just gonna roll a d20. Hell good.
yeah.
Alright, you head down into the water. You spend a few moments swimming about, and eventually you find in your range of the 30 feet for the Detect Magic that same pebble shining through the magical darkness, which is also like magical and giving off an aura, but I missed it earlier. It's enough that you can see it, and you head that direction, grab the pebble or rock, swim back up to the surface, and you seem fine.
Cool. I'm wild shape then. I
Alright.
was ready for that to go very wrong.
Because I rolled on that
I'm wild
20.
shape. Yeah. To be quite honest, yeah.
Hell good.
Me as a player was ready for that to go very wrong. I'm a little bit surprised. Character-wise, not noticed, but
Sometimes DMs just roll.
I know, and it's cruel and it messes with me emotionally. I just
Hell good. It affects your decision making.
it's why people are DMs. I swear, to mess with
Alright.
players emotionally. I got it, guys.
Uh-huh.
And I just passed the stone over to Pax. And I was like, this is what I was seeing down there. What do you think?
Well, let's try to fit it into the sigil. Or
Picking it
silver.
up, now that you guys are like back into well, now that Daltash isn't wild shaped anymore and you're actually taking a moment instead of stressing about what could be following or stalking you, you pick up this rock, and it's hefty. It fits in your hand quite firmly. Half of it is sliced. That side seems to have magical rune on it, and then the other side beveled, like it would fit into the crevice of this circle. You place it there and it slots in like a glove. The runes light up, and out on the water the daylight dissipates, but the fire begins to burn. This brazier lights up and emanates the room. This is all you remember from the last temple.
Sorry, what? I didn't get any sense out of the last sentence.
So, alright, last time this brazier lit up and you felt like almost anticlimactic as the fire just burns. And that same feeling here as the fire just burns. And you're like, did we do it?
The only way we'll know is to check the island in the middle of the lock. When the other one that I remember seeing in the distance the matching brazier on the island lighting, so we would have to check to see if we've been successful here.
Sure. So we move back through the maze?
Or we
What if we're wrong?
go out the cave. I mean, realistically, what are our chances of killing this fish?
We've killed bigger things. It's a fish, right? Like,
That
Yes,
is.
but
you
we've
drag
killed
it onto
bigger
land.
things on
Size-wise?
land. Why?
Size-wise, I think it's the biggest thing.
Drag it onto land and eat it.
Oh,
That would help, yeah.
or it just
Well,
eats
I'm
us
just-
before we can drag it.
Yeah, I'm just thinking if we try and take the cave and things go badly and we have to fight it, what are our chances of survival? Are we not better possibly turning around like you suggested? I'm just trying to weigh the odds and the options. Work out.
I
You
think
know,
turning around might be a pain in the butt. But we know what lies behind us, and we don't know what lies in front of us particularly well. I would like to go with a safe bet here.
Sure. I don't mind either way. We're trying to
If
work
we
out
turn
the
around
odds.
though, and we go all the way back up the mountain, that's almost a day's travel on its own. And then we have to backtrack through the maze, and then we go there. And what if we're wrong? What if nothing happened? Then we have to come all the way back through the maze, which we already know changes a whole bunch. Back down.
What?
That's 2 days.
Sure. Coming back isn't our argument, though. Because if we go out the wrong way, or if we make it out, and we check the lock, and we can't swim back up, which we don't know if we can, it's the same thing. We would also have to walk all the way around and come again. I don't want to make this decision.
We're the 3 most indecisive people.
Okay,
No,
so
actually,
let's get a
we're-
decision.
Point.
We've got 3 people, we can make a vote. Who votes to go into Triplicity Lock? Who votes to go back up the maze? Or do you want to present a third option?
Obviously, I want to go through, but I don't know. I'm just trying to work out what
I'm-
Galatash would do.
I'm all for going through the whole. But
So, 2 votes to go through.
Okay.
I'll stick with your guts then. Let's
yeah,
go
but
through.
that's OOC. I don't know if in character I would. That's the problem. Part of him would take the safe bet, and then part of him also got an air of curiosity around the cave entrance.
we don't know if there's like there could be something inside that cave entrance. There could be. We don't. I'm so torn. Like I get where you guys are coming from, but at the same time,
This
we're
is-
adventurers. Ding dang it.
Right, Gilladine teleported us to the entrance, didn't he?
He did. He mentioned
Could we see?
he mentioned
could we
trying to help you
see-
get back, but he only knows the top entrance to teleport to. He can't teleport to where you are right now to help you get out. Also,
Okay.
he said something about like when he could do that. Whether or not you remember, that's up to you.
No. My next question is: from
Mhm.
the entrance to this temple that we
Mhm.
took with Gilladine, could
Yeah.
we see the lock? Or was it on
Triplicity
the other
lock?
side of the mountain? Yeah.
Yeah, it was on the other side of the mountain.
Okay. If we go back on ourselves, we exit where we entered, and that's on the other side of the mountain, at the top of the mountain. It may just be. It seems to make more sense to go out here.
Okay, so we do
time
that.
wise. Yeah.
All right.
Two
It's
votes for that.
riskier. It's riskier. I agree, and we can always come back and do this way if that way doesn't work. But
So looking out to where you remember the cave entrance under the water, you just see darkness. And you know that that's kind of the direction you want to go. What are y'all doing?
I would cast Passive Trace on us right before we go in the water.
Okay.
Pax, when you cast daylight, did it feel you were close to breaking through, or was it?
I felt like I had no understanding of the situation,
Okay.
so I have no clue. I'll just follow on your ideas. I don't think we should burn another significant part of our magic on daylight.
No, agreed. I was just yes. I agreed. Let's go then. Before we go, I'm gonna just spend 10 minutes doing this ritual. I'll ritual cast water breathing on all of us.
Okay.
It's gonna take 10 minutes.
So Yasma's cast the trace passing without. You take 10 minutes to then start casting water breathing. And once both of those are going, you guys head into the water and aim for the cave entrance. As everyone takes a deep breath, going like along the cave walls to where you think would be the proper spot, you guys dive down and feel the cave as you guys swim underneath. You feel it starts to come up, and then you're moving underneath, and then eventually you feel the darkness dissipate and your vision restored to you, and you can see Triplicity Lock. It's becoming more and more murky. The further out you look, there's more vegetation even underwater, but you can look up and see the surface and the sun.
How far up is it? Can we tell as an estimate? Not obviously we won't know
Yeah,
the exact
it's-
distance.
It's about 40 feet up.
Oh, okay, easy. Yeah, just swim up.
For the cave wall, you didn't have to dive the full 100 to go down, but
Yeah, that's what I was worried
Yeah.
about.
what's your constitution modifier?
Doesn't matter. We've got water breathing.
Oh yeah, never mind. Yeah. So yeah, you guys can see again.
Whereabouts in the lock are we?
Underwater, you have no idea.
Oh no, we swim to the surface.
Okay, yeah, swim into the surface. As your head breaks the top, you see all three middle mountains, and central in the distance, that tiny island, so far out. That island giving you guys an idea of where you are. You look to your left and you see Forlorn Fortress. It's a little while away, but you might be able to make it up to the surface, up onto land, and trek along the side of the mountain towards Forlorn Fortress.
If
I guess we'll
Okay.
try to do that.
so, I don't know. Right. As that attached surfaces, looking at the nearest bank, which is the Fallen Fortress side, correct?
Yeah.
How far a walking speed would it be, time-wise?
It's not quite a day's travel.
If
You
we
could
were
make
to
it-
walk.
Well, yeah. You could
Okay.
make it there by nightfall. And looking at the sun, it is mid-morning. It's not quite bright and early. You still
No, I
feel
mean,
like you can make it there.
I don't mean get into Fallen Fortress. I mean get into the bank.
The island.
Yeah, the island or the like.
Oh, the island
Like
is in the
bank.
middle of Triplicity Lock.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is,
Yeah.
if we were to walk on water to land, how long would it take?
Not long.
Not long.
Few minutes, 10 minutes.
Okay.
Right
I'm just
now-
gonna cast.
Right now, you're looking at like a sheer cliff kind of thing that goes up to this mountain. To your right, there's like a trickle of a waterfall coming down the mountain to help create Triplicity Lock, but it hasn't rained in a little while.
Yeah, I'm trying to grasp like how far out into the water we are, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you're a while out. You want to cast Water Walk so you guys can all walk across the water to get to the bank, to then walk across the bank to get to Triplicity Lock? I
Yeah,
mean,
well, I'm just thinking
Fallen
we have all our
Fortress?
gear. We have all our gear, so
Yeah. Yasma's currently swimming with a massive warhammer.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
I
just
could
gonna
end that
cast-
right now if I wanted to by just,
Yeah.
you know, using my ring. But
Yeah.
I haven't thought about that, so I'm gonna do that right now.
All right.
I'm gonna cast Water Walk on me and Pax because
Okay. As
swimming not
Yasma
fun.
pops up onto the water, Dalatash, you take a cue and cast it as well. Can you cast it on multiple people, or is it like two
up to 10
castings?
willing creatures.
Okay. So yeah, Dalatash, you cast this spell. Pax, you feel this new energy, something you haven't felt before. Take control as you pop.
Oh. Just
Up on
shooting
top.
up.
Mm-hmm.
Also new for you, Dalatash, but you kind of knew what was going to happen.
Cool trick.
6 seconds, we go from the bottom to the top. Although we were
Would
already
be
at the
fun
top.
at parties.
And now you're here.
Yep.
All right.
Cool.
You guys walk off towards Fallen Fortress. I'm not going to make you guys make a perception check. It's quite big. It's quite obvious. You see this massive fish you've seen before swimming behind at some point to go back the way you came. You feel like it was out hunting at the time you was delving into find that rock. You take a day, you eat lunch on the road, you guys get to Fallen Fortress.
Should I send a message to Gilladin? To inform him?
Probably a wise choice.
Yeah, I also wonder if that's the monster that Old Widow wanted us to look into killing.
Well, he was talking about an apple. Someone was talking about an aboleth. I'm not sure if this is something like that.
I don't know. Maybe we should tell Gilladine that it's in here and how to find it. But
Sure.
probably not
I
in one
can-
of our messages, as that's limited, isn't it? I don't know. You make that decision. Anyway.
You want to cast Sending?
Yes, would like to cast sending. Gilladin, back in Fallen Fortress. Finished Riddle of Sun Temple. Meet us here. Using the stones in a minute for more information. Hope
Okay.
you can listen, Pax.
Alright. He responds, Pax, now then. I am unable to use the stones right now, but I'm glad you caught me. Harvest Festival approaching quickly, I'll see you tomorrow? That's it.
Gilladine told us about seeing us tomorrow. I assume he'll head towards us. That's just an assumption.
Yeah, maybe. We'll find out tomorrow, I guess. Let's head back. So, yeah.
Where are you
Let's
heading,
do that.
Dalatash?
Oh, I thought we were. Are we at Fallen Fortress? Am I mistaken my timeline?
Yeah. So you're there, in the gates.
Okay.
The guards just let you through as you've presented your guild insignias.
Yeah. Let's head back to the tavern.
Tavern?
And
The Leaning Tower Inn.
yeah.
All right.
And
Sorry, what are we doing?
getting
I
a
go
good
back
meal.
to the
He goes.
food and drink.
You go back to get food and drink, and a room or two in Forlorn Fortress at the Leaning Tower Inn. You guys pay the usual fees, get as much food as you want, and with the exhaustion you guys have, people start rolling into the tavern anyway. Music starts getting played, some drummers. People start cheering, singing, drinking some more, and I'll let you guys decide how to feel about that.
Can we see our special musician friend?
Looking around for the halfling,
Yes.
he is not here.
Oh.
You recall him mentioning that he's heading off towards Confine City.
Yeah. I wasn't sure, but yeah.
Mhm.
Well, music. People drinking, dancing, having fun. How are you feeling about that tonight?
Not about it.
So, early birds?
What's our plan for the morning?
I'll message Gilladine. And we could try to head to the third temple at some point. We could try to find out something about the monster of Triplicity Lock if we want to fight it. Well,
I have a gut feeling what we saw that fish is exactly what Willow was talking about.
how could we prove him?
Could bring him.
Well, you are quite positive about killing this creature. It's not threatening, is it? It's just protective
You ever
of
just
its
hear a
territory.
story you want to prove for somebody? Like, you ever just wanted to grant somebody's like dying wish?
Well,
I get that.
yes, and also, it may not be that we necessarily kill it, but we should definitely inform Gilladine where it is and how to find it. So, you know,
As you guys are having this conversation, a dwarf bumps into your table and accidentally spills some mead, and he's, "Oh, sorry, lads. And lass. You having a good night?"
Quite so. I hope you as well.
Oh,
What
bloody oath. Harvest Festival approaching. I am just preparing. You know, I've had quite a bit to eat and quite a bit to drink. What about you?
Filling up the tankards. We've had quite some work today, but Harvest Fest is approaching. What is to be expected? Are you quite well informed?
There are some contests to be won. but you'll have to go up against me for those. I plan on doing a bit of strength and a bit of food. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely other stuff to do, like some. I think there's like archery and stuff, but I'm not really about that. You know.
This sounds amazing.
Yeah,
Pax into the
so good. And not only like food for contest, but like food just for the sake of food. Count me in.
Can I offer you a drink, good man?
You want to buy me a drink?
Yes.
Why even ask? Yeah, come on. He like lifts you up. This dwarf picking you up. It's there's like a height difference, but this guy's got some muscle. He's just, what? You're up out of your chair, and he starts like not forcefully, but like with a firm grip, dragging you towards the bar, and calls out to the barmaid, "Excuse me, miss, excuse me." And he
Two
just points at
drinks
you.
for this fine gentleman and me.
Two
Strongest
drinks for
ale.
me, 2 drinks for you. All right.
Can I get you something as well? Yes, ma?
No thanks, I'm good.
Okay. Dalatage?
You're
Seems to
muted.
be good.
All right.
Sorry.
2 of our strongest.
I'll have one as well. Thank you.
2 more.
No, one more.
Okay, 6 coming up. She pulls out 6 mugs on like a tin tray, and looking at it, it's very dark. It's like, what's the Guinness? Is that right?
Guinness.
Yeah.
Okay, not sponsored. It is
The
dark
good
ale. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not a ale drinker myself, but I do my best for you guys. The dwarf picks up one off of the thing, and he just starts drinking it as if. All right.
Check it in.
Pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah.
Pax will enjoy his one, and after the second ale, he'll actually tell a story about a dwarf from his hometown, Herring Harbor, and their way of communicating, and that this dwarf was actually able to speak his native language, Zemnian, and he'll try to revoice that dwarf, because he was totally different than the dwarves in the common language. They would speak a little bit like that. Jungschen, also jetzt erzähl mir doch mal, was du jetzt hier für ein Bierchen trinken würdest. And he's trying to mimic the voice of the dwarf that is sitting in front
Okay.
of him.
All right. This dwarf doesn't seem to know the language, but he's like nodding. You bought him drinks. He's here for it. He's like, yes. Many language. I speak Dwarvish. Do you speak Dwarvish?
No, not at all.
He starts going in Dwarvish and trying to convey words from Dwarvish to Common and
Has this dwarf finished one of his drinks that Pax brought him yet?
both of them, yeah. By the time
Okay,
Pax is starting on his
swapping-
second.
I'm swapping one of his empty mugs with the second mug that Pax brought me that I really don't want.
Okay, yeah, he picks it up with his left hand and he's like, okay, you guys don't want to have as good a time as me, by Woo!
Thank you, Pax, but I really didn't
That's
need the
fine.
second one.
You guys going to the Harvest Festival though, right?
You sure?
Festival?
Yes, but there's a festival with games and contests.
Yes, his eyes like light up. Games?
Games.
I'm sold.
And I'm pretty sure we have 3 Jeffs that will rock those games.
The return of the Jeffs. Let's do it.
3 Jeffs and a dwarf. I like it.
Or we could just
Sounds
not
like a good joke
be
coming. 3
Jeffs.
Jeffs and a dwarf walk into a tavern.
I didn't I didn't give you my name. I'm so drunk. You can call me Barry.
Barry. 3 Jeffs for Barry. I like it.
Yeah.
We are Jeff, and Jeff. I'm Holy
Okay,
Jeff.
that's
This
gonna
is-
get really confused. Oh, okay. Yep. Holy
I'm
Jeff.
Holy Jeff.
Mhm.
This one. Pointed to Yasma.
I'm medium Jeff.
Medium Jeff. and
Medium
this
Jeff.
one's
Not Jeff.
He's
Not Jeff.
telekinetic Jeff.
Telekinetic Jeff.
All right. I will remember some of this. Maybe.
You won't remember any of this.
And
Oh.
it's totally correct.
Little faith. All right. Well. No, I forgot.
Perfect.
Yep.
You enjoy your drink. You enjoy your night. And maybe we'll meet you tomorrow at the festival. It's in town.
Tomorrow. It's approaching. It's not going to be there yet, but I'll be heading there that way.
It's in Confine, isn't it?
Yeah, Confine City, in the Confine
Yeah.
Confederacy.
Yeah.
I head west from here.
Okay, sure.
I'll figure it out. And he's like standing up slowly, and he's like, "Well, thank you, Jeffs, for the drinks, and look out for me at the
Thank
food
you,
eating
Barry.
contest."
Very well.
All right. Good day. Night. And he just walks off.
Sleep tight. Yeah, Pax will like go to the table to the others, knock on the table, head to rest.
All right. Yes. Bedtime for you all.
Bedtime.
Yeah.
Let's take a break here, guys. Unless you
yeah.
wanted to do anything before bed.
Yas would look at her cuts and scrapes on her arm and be like, "We're going to bed. If anybody doesn't mind." you
Oh,
know,
sure.
Fixing my arms.
I'll help you.
Oh, you still got grievous wounds.
4.
I think
Pax
it was
can help
actually
you with all
supposed
of
to
them.
be.
Yeah.
I think it
I'll
was
just
supposed to
dump-
be more than that because whatever. But with whatever spell slots you guys have right now, I think you can take care of it. And we'll just say that happens.
Yeah, it was 4 because the long rest took care of 1. I had 5. But...
All right.
Sure. We can sort out anything. So
Yeah.
should
You
be
guys
fine.
got plenty of resources right now, so
I was
That's
going to say
not a
I
problem.
can do probably about 30 instances of magical healing. So
probably more with your the fairy one. What's it called?
yeah.
Healing spirit.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go grab a drink, go to the bathroom real quick, and we'll be back here for whatever is to come.
Yeah, let's see.
All right. Right, welcome back. We have the idea of you guys doing a fair amount of stuff over the course of a few days coming. But starting off, you guys wake up and morning routine, you guys get breakfast. Pax, you message Gilladine. Gilladine offers to basically come pick you up. So you guys can do the magic teleportation thing if you wish, but the Harvest Festival is it is literally, mark off because you guys have slept twice now, 5 days away. Before it starts. So what do you guys want to do over the next 5 days? Where do you want to be? What do you want to try and accomplish?
We got the third temple to sort out.
Yeah.
And since Gilladine offered to pick us up, conquering the temple might be an idea before Harvest Festival starts. But we have no idea where the temple is. We have seen that this one was close to Fallen Fortress, wasn't it? This should be the one related to this mountain.
Yeah, that's the one you guys just completed.
And we completed this one.
Nope.
With the temple of... No, this one with the temple of Killenball.
Yeah.
So I guess we might need to take a ferry over to Creature Conquered again and try to find an entrance to the Bahamut temple, whether or not still exists.
Okay. Is that what everyone wants to do, or is that just an option that Pax is throwing out?
An option I'm relaying.
Yeah. While you're doing that, I'm going to make a couple clicks.
Should we check the center island as well and see if anything's changed there, possibly? You know,
That wouldn't be a bad idea.
Okay.
Yes.
So, you guys spend the first day, you talk to Gilladine and you say, like, we appreciate it, but we're going to do a little bit of reconnaissance. You guys get your horses prepared for the following day, purchasing the entire boat travel, ferrying across 20 gold for you and your horses and the wagons. Whoever wants to mark that off, or collectively or whatever. You guys, halfway across the ferry, you see one extra light lit clearly in the direction of the Soon Temple, underneath the leaning, towering rocks on the Triplicity Lock Central.
Beautiful. Looking out onto the third mountain, maybe even looking from Fallen Fortress.
So the whole
Is
time,
there
just
anything-
keeping an eye on Triplicity Lock on
Yeah.
the middle mountain, northeast.
Yes.
Sorry. Okay.
The northeast
Um,
mountain.
Dalatash has seen already what he can possibly see. There's like a bit of a flat part of the mountain that's like unnatural, and you guess that that's where one of the either entrance or exit, or there's like some door up there, and that's all you know. That's all you guys can spot. You guys get to Creature Concord. You guys spend another night there because that takes another day's travel. So you guys can mark off at Creature Concord, going back to the Midnight Trough. Two silver pieces each for lodgings, breakfast, and dinner. So you are now 2 more nights, and then Harvest Festival kicks off in the morning. So you got 2 full days.
Discussion.
Actually, Gilladine would mention that he is going to have to save his magic for Harvest Festival.
So we
So
would have to get picked up a day before.
the day before, yeah.
So we have 1 day.
1 day. But you could get picked up by Gilladine at some point throughout the day. It doesn't have to be in the morning.
Okay, so we will mark off the. We will contact Gilladine, talk,
Yeah.
make an appointment.
Yeah.
Evening, 6 o'clock. That evening, the day before,
Yeah.
and spend our last 1.5 days looking for a temple entrance, maybe, so we can
Okay.
pick it up later. Or anything else you would like to do?
I don't think I have anything to do in town, no.
Okay.
Galatash, you're muted.
I have nothing pressing, so we seems like the best use of our time.
Okay. You spend a good part of the first day traveling on horse around the mountain and back to Creature Concord. In the distance, further east, you see like a massive cavern carved out a ditch into the ground. Huge, enormous. And you've heard of some sort of trouble from there before, but that not being your priority, you guys avoid that urge to go investigate. Looking on Creature Concord's mountain, you find no other entrances. Do you guys do any like hiking up the mountain to look around more, or what kind of how else would you better investigate that?
If there's time for it, hiking up is a good option.
Well, what did the entrances to the other two mountains look like? Can we look for something similar? Are they all along the same vein, or are they
Well,
different?
the first entrance for the West Mountain was hidden behind a waterfall that you guys never even seen. You guys came up through the ground because of the mines. The exit to that temple was right up on top of a cliff overlooking Triplicity Lock. The temple for Soon was almost the opposite, with the entrance being on the opposite of Triplicity Lock, overlooking the skies, the plains and the desert. And then the exit you guys took was found at the bottom, that led into into Triplicity Lock, into the water. The only doors, or not even doors, the only entrance that you think you've found on the northwest mountain has been overlooking Triplicity Lock again. But you haven't actually gone up there to investigate.
How long have we been away from town as well? Just so we get
That's
back
like
in
a-
time for Gilladine.
Yeah, that's like a full day. So you've still got the day that he picks you up at whatever point. So you've got a day in like Creature Concord if you guys. So you guys mark off another 2 silver each to have lodgings there. And then you've got however much time you want in that day to try and do something before he comes and grabs you.
Does anybody need any spell components or anything while we're in a bigger town?
Actually not. I'm quite alright, and I'm almost out of cash.
Well, I have a little bit extra to spare if you guys need anything. Do we want to look at maybe a diamond?
We could look for a diamond, but any diamond I would have to use would be, I think, out of our leagues.
Well, I've got 3 gems I can still sell
Your choice.
as well.
But
To go towards. I don't
Would
know.
we need the diamonds to go to the Harvest Fest?
No,
No, I'm just thinking for later on. We've had some close calls recently.
True.
let's just enjoy the festival and think about that stuff later.
Yeah, let's do that.
Alright, so Guillotine picks you guys up from Creature Concord. You guys in time get the horses and the wagons through the teleportation, and you guys come back in through the portal that you know. The portal at the gates of Confine City and the threshold barrier that leads to the unexplored, the barely explored. You guys can see the guild that you guys signed up for, and you guys haven't been back here in a while. You guys have become so much stronger, and out front, standing proud, watching over the park that's to your guys' right, Dominus stands tall, sees you, and you see in that park a massive carousel that's getting set up, and he waves you over. Guillotine politely walks up to the guard that's taking names, lets you guys in easily, and Guillotine's... Now then, Dominus, is it a good time to talk to these professional adventurers? Yes. I believe now is as good a time as any. I hear you've done good work. I have to commend you. I am curious of your findings recently, and if there's anything else you might wish to trade, we can help. I wonder what happens in the center. I wonder what all this is leading to.
A good point. 3 temples, 3 gods. That couldn't be more different. Bahamut the righteous.
The just. Life. Kelemvor. Death.
Death.
Life.
Balance.
Balance, yeah.
And soon, beauty.
Love.
Life. Love.
Maybe it is something for another day.
Maybe.
Harvest Festival almost upon us. You look out over, it's not just a massive carousel. There are tents, there are stages, there are spaces for more sort of activities being set up. And you see where the carousel is being set up, it's kind of at an angle so that it faces towards the barely explored or towards the city of Confine. The sides of it aren't giving way or getting in the way of this kind of big stage that's there. And Dominus says, another barrier attack last night, actually. Kind of concerning. Some people aren't too excited about that. But...
Undead.
Sorry?
Undead again? Or who did? What kind of creatures?
Guillotine? Now then, I believe they were a demon or a devil. But undead is a complication there. Maybe a bit of a bit of overlapping. I'm not the best cleric, mostly knowledgeable in the arcane.
Sorry, I did interrupt you, Master Dominus.
No, it's okay. I killed it really quickly. It still doesn't make anyone feel at ease. What can you do?
Well, you're mentioning it for a reason. Are you afraid that there might be another attack during the festival? Should we have our eyes open?
The attacks seem to be more and more frequent. What started as every month or so has become every few weeks, and now every couple of weeks. The Harvest Festival only going for a week. I think we'll be fine, but you never know. Do keep an eye out.
Will we need additional guards in Confined City
We
at some
have,
point?
but we have support from Harring Harbour, Forlorn Fortress, and Creature Concord. Looking around, the guard presence is quadrupled. This Harvest Festival seems to pull people not just from Confined Confederacy, but further. People from all across Ethicsia seem to come here for this, as it's growing more and more popular each year. All sorts of different characters being brought from different regions, mostly for a jovial, jolly time. And yeah, nothing really bad to speak of, but it is a moment of tension when people from other places not in Confined Confederacy are so welcome in such high numbers. So they're just being cautious. Nobles from all throughout, members of the councils, high priests.
Quite a lot's going on these days here. I'm excited for the festivals, to be honest. Never seen so many people.
I am excited for the festival, but mostly it's just a bit of fun. The Demigod Games is where it's at.
The what now?
The Demigod Games. I am the champion.
Not to sound dumb, but can you elaborate for those of us who have no idea what you're talking about, sir?
You joined the Order of the Shining Beacon, my guild, without knowing my accomplishments? I'm appalled.
I was locked in a room for, like, my whole life.
To
I don't know anything.
That's fine,
Defense.
it's fine.
I have no clue.
No. It's fine. The Demigod Games is another annual event, but in the Demigod Games, people, or humanoids, fight humanoids. Hand-to-hand combat, race, speed, agility, all sorts of athletic competition.
Also, food munching competition? You should
Well-
give that a try.
That is the one I look forward to tomorrow. So, you do know me enough. I
Well,
missed you
a little
guys.
How does one sign up for these games?
The Demigod Games?
Yeah.
It's been a while since I had to sign up. I believe there's a recruitment process. I can... Gilladine... He looks at Gilladine and Gilladine's like, I'll look into it, sir.
Yas just kind of looks to Pax and Dalatash with like this look of, we should do that.
Well, demigods. I'm afraid I'm not as made out of this kind of wood, but we can start small. Let's go for some contests with a harvest festival. I think Yasma's super strong, Dalatash is smart, and I can try to not kill us all. So that's 3 strong sides, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yasma,
I'm
you are getting stronger then?
You could say that.
He pulls his axe from behind him off of his back and hands it to you with one hand.
She cautiously goes for it with one hand.
Okay. You can't hold it with one hand. Would you try?
Yeah, she tries.
He sees your potential. He grabs his axe back and he says, well, if you want more training, that we can do. If you have any more questions, that we can do. We are here to help you, and you to help Ethicsia.
Big words. Let's try to make something out of those words and actually help Ethicsia. So, a day off festival or 2, and then back to the temple. Try to fix something to help.
Before you leave, even if the festival is still going, I would like to talk more. But yes,
Certainly.
let's have some fun.
I would like to see you compete. In eating, of course.
Yes. I don't know if anything else tomorrow will take my fancy. We'll see.
We'll see. Master Gilladin, you must have
yes.
something in your pocket as well that you're looking forward to. You're smart.
Yes, I find it most intriguing, the different foods that come around. I don't like to indulge so heavily, but I do like to taste the different tastes. Smell the different smells. Hear the different sounds. Beauty and art, poetry and music, all of this is what brings me happiness and joy. Not games that I fail at.
A culinary enthusiast, not
No,
gobbler of hot dogs.
I understood very well.
Yeah.
You all have done quite a lot. It's still daytime, but I have business to attend to. And Dominus, I'm sure you have your duties. Yes. Now then, you can get your horses situated and we'll see you bright and early.
Let's find a place for butterscotch.
That's a good idea.
Right next door, but is like a big difference in kind of like stature of place and whatnot. Instead of just the guild, there's the guard barracks. They allow you to stable your horses and wagon as long as you take care of them, because they are yours. You guys can do any last minute things while the day is still here. You guys can get some rest. Harvest Festival continues approaching.
Having some rest. Going to the gnome shop, I think.
Okay.
One that made our crests.
Sure. So, hold up. I'll click the right button.
Embroider me.
Yes. Where is
They're in
it?
their child labor.
Yes.
Oh, I'm
Do
on
an
the wrong...
inspection.
Okay.
Inspector Yasma, let's go. Looking forward to
I'm
it.
here to inspect
Where
your
is
health
the
and
right-
occupational safety standard.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys head to Embroider Me, the clothing store / tailor on the upper side. You guys see Buttons, the gnome, who eagerly greets you. Ah, welcome.
Hello,
Yasma
Button.
doesn't say anything. She just starts looking around the store with a curious eye and just
Yes, I remember you.
down.
It's been a while, Buttons.
How can I help?
We weren't. I'm not sure. We're more curious than we are on plans. We got some time off. Anything new in shop? Anything interesting?
Well, we have been preparing quite a number of different outfits in time for the Harvest Festival that glamour and weave, mend themselves and gleam, shift even. All the specialties. He goes through and he shows you all the different things his clothes can do, enchanted for roughly 50, 60 gold. Each, not total.
Would you be interested in fancy clothes? Yes, ma'am. Something to show up?
Not really, honestly. I'm more of a comfort over fashion type of gal.
Okay, but you don't have to give up one for the other. He pulls out a dress similar to what you're wearing, but not quite the same. And it's got flowers depicted on some of it, like the lapels and the inlays of the wrist cufflinks and whatnot. But then there's butterflies that shimmer off of the clothing and float around you, all around, in a circle. Indefinitely.
Well, now we've done it.
Now we're talking.
And how much for that?
For glamour weave, this one here, 50 gold. Would you like to see if it fits?
I'm sold. Just give it to me.
Okay. He hands it over. You size it up, just like holding it up like girls do to themselves, and you look in a mirror. It looks like it would fit.
I hand over my gold.
Okay.
Good
What about-
decision to get Buttons.
What about falling leaves for this one? Points to you, Dalatash. He pulls out something quite fine for what you're normally wearing. Like, it is... Like, you might not wear this very often, but there's very gently some falling leaves of different color. Autumn coming in. Greens.
I'm quite alright, thank you. Fascinating as it is.
Are you more the practical type?
He just tends to have a piece of wood in his butt sometimes. So sometimes we need to force him to do something good. I think he might need this.
I don't need the glamour clothing. In fact, I don't need any clothing. I'm quite okay. I've just had my new cloak after all.
Ah, this is new. I have just the thing to match it. He goes out the back and finds a very dark green shirt. And he comes back with it, and it is beautiful still. Kind of like a suede. If you push it one way, the color changes slightly. And he pulls out a knife and cuts it. And it slowly repairs itself.
That's fascinating.
Cloth of mending.
Oh,
I've heard
Yes.
of that magic.
50 gold. You will smell better tomorrow, I promise you.
I can't afford it.
That's not a problem. I got this magical staff of retribution. I was thinking about selling it. Would you be interested in buying it?
I apologize, sir. This is amazing, but that might be something for Enchantment Mansion.
Or guillotine. Or even the guild.
Or the guild?
Yes, of course. I didn't mean to step on toes. I just thought you coming from the guild didn't want to sell it to them already because you've spoken with them, or maybe they didn't give a good enough deal.
My mistake. We'll come back for those clothes. I think Daladish would like them.
Should we put it aside for you then?
No.
Yes?
You don't have
Yes,
to.
please.
That's 3 yeses and 1 no. You got it. He puts it aside. Folds it up neatly.
So, anything else we would like to do other than selling this stuff to the guild so we can afford the clothes?
Remember, you have because the Rod of Retribution, I think you bought purposely for yourself. You have the Staff of Cone of Cold, which no one is using currently.
I thought Daladish had it, didn't you?
I think he's using it,
that's-
but he didn't plan on keeping it. That's up to you guys.
No, I was planning on keeping it if
Oh, okay.
you were
Yeah,
with
sure,
that.
sure.
Yeah, I was planning on keeping it. I'm not attuned to it yet if it requires attunement though.
Yeah, it does, I think. It's on Foundry. Let me double check.
But yeah, I'm currently using that as my main spell focus.
Mm-hmm. Staff of Cold Cone. Very rare attunement. Once per day, you can cast 1 cone of cold from this spellcasting focus, regained daily at dusk.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm not attuned to it, but I am using it as my spellcasting focus at this moment. in
Okay.
time. And I will be attuning to it when I remember to say I attune to it.
We're down a human.
Someone left!
Pax died.
He'll be back. I'm gonna drag on the cone stuff of cone cold again. Cold cone. Blah, 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 blah. And we can say that you're attuned to it over any of the last 4 days.
Sure, okay. So yeah, the only thing that's stopping me from not being attuned to it is the fact that I haven't actually said I attune to it.
Yeah,
So-
that's fine. We can retcon that because I don't think you're competing for attunement slots right now.
No, that'll be my second attuned item.
Right. So yeah, although it looks weird on stream.
Ben's lost his power.
Oh no. Alright. What can I do
Sorry, I'm
about
getting
that?
a call. 1 sec.
It doesn't help. I got rid of the overlay because I thought getting rid of the overlay would bring all the cams back, and it's just Yasma's cam is cut in half because there's 2 different spots for the cams. Oh mate, that's unfortunate.
Do you think it's best probably just to end it now, maybe, if it doesn't come back anytime soon?
Might have to end the stream. We have been playing for 2.5 hours already. So
I messaged the Foundry chat, but I have to dip out is at 6:15. There's a work emergency, and because I'm the boss, I have to go fix it.
Oh, okay. Because
The joys of responsibility.
I don't know what 6:15 is for you.
responsibility.
How far away would that be anyway?
A half hour.
Okay. Yeah. We'll just end the stream. Unfortunate, and we're sorry, guys. We'll say you guys finish up at Embroider Me. You guys head back to the guild and you guys find comfy beds that are your own. You guys have a long rest and we'll pick up there. Let's go. Greetings. So thank you all for watching, liking, subscribing, and all the positive comments. Good night, good sleep, and dream big. We'll see you guys next time on Christian 9K3G.